Hey guys, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. And Buddy, I wanted to pull him out today, and this is the dog that I raised. I did all the things the right way in regards to his relationship with me. And one of those things is asserting my dominance over him at a certain point when he came into being cocky, and he wasn't challenging me or anything. I just do it early within our relationship, and then it's how I treat him. It's our relationship dynamic. We've talked about that before, right? So I wanted to pull him out and kind of give a good feel for it. He's out of another litter, out of the same breeding with Roxon and Arrow, but it's the nature of the beast. It's who these guys are, and if you don't realize that they have a tendency for resource guarding, they have a tendency to come into a time period where they start trying to assert their dominance, and if you don't have that proper relationship dynamic from a young puppy, all the things you see me talking about with Dookie right now, I'm going to kind of go into it because it's a great dovetail. You got a dog that's dominant and that has a problem, and yes, he's a Dutch Shepherd versus a Malinois, and the genetics are totally different. Dookie would probably never grow into that, but if you don't do the right things, you're going to have problems with resource guarding, trying to bite you for going after the food. All these things, you've got to have a proper mix. And that's why we say relationship dynamic. It's not just one thing. It's not just kicking the dog's ass or spinning him on his back or any of that shit. We're doing that now because this dog already needs to be fixed, and we've got to put that dominance on the dog. We do these things before the hormone gets really going in the dog. And that if we have a improper relationship dynamic, in other words, it's not balanced with some of these stout breeds like a Dutch Shepherd, and you hear it again and again, I'm going to agree with them. The Dutch Shepherd, and I've said it before, is not for the layman. It's not a first-person dog. It's for somebody that's had maybe 1 or 2, 3 dogs. They've been doing stout and sport, whatever, and they're more of a dog person, that they understand the instincts of a dog, and they're ready to face this challenge, and they understand what they're getting into. I had a dog a while back, and the dog never manifested anything negative with me because I put him in the right places, and I did the right thing. He was a Dogo Argentina, a very stout dog. Just recently in the news, there's 2 of them that got away, and they ended up killing a lady in our area, right down the way here. Right? And it's because of that pack instinct. What is it? It's the nature of the beast. What has a dogo been bred to do? To go after large game, large cats, bears, things like that. And they've been bred in another country where they bred this dog to be a stout dog. This dog will definitely take that. And when they get into that drive state, 2 of them running loose got out, and they ended up nailing this lady on the street. Bottom line is, and I don't know if it was on the street or not, but I just heard about it in the news, and she got killed. Okay? So relationship dynamic and understanding what you're getting into when dealing with some of these breeds is very important, right? And that's why you hear trainers say, that ones that are more experienced, the Dutch Shepherd is not for the layman, okay? Now here's a good example of that. You can see it. If you look at the law enforcement, 90% of them have Malinois. And then there's a few percent that have Dutchies. And the reason is Dutchies are just a whole different beast, and you better be a person that has a lot more understanding with the dog, and or the dog's genetic predisposition is not prone to some of this stuff. They get into those high drives, going out and chasing the bad guy and things like that. Their drive states come way up, and they could go through a point of just getting stout, and you have problems with it. They're known to climb the leash, to not suffer fools lightly, to come at you and to resource guard, the things that Dutchies do. That's why there's some of them that are out there with law enforcement, but a lot fewer than the Malinois, right? It's not that they're a bad dog. It means that you need to be more of a dog person, or like me, a dog man that really understands the nature of the beast that you're dealing with before you get a Dutch Shepherd. And everybody wants to get into them, and a lot of people just will make mistakes without the guidance and without the expertise to make sure that they don't fall into these holes and miss whole segments of their relationship dynamic as they build that dog. Dookie is a good example. He has a tendency to protest behavior that could manifest as time goes along if the customer didn't have my guidance into being a problem, right? So very important, right? Good boy, good. Did the boss, huh? Looking at his teeth, looking at his ears. He knows, and he never would. His temperament is excellent because I've raised him the right way along with the genetics, but I can do anything to Buddy. And it doesn't matter what I do to Buddy, he's not going to challenge me because he has no reason to. Buddy, OPA, I've never put him in that position. Come here, OPA. Where I've allowed him to take that place as a dominant force within our relationship. The relationship's always been one of me being the dominant force in his. Couché. Good. Couché. Couché. Pas bouger. Nope. You pas bouger. Pas bouger. Good. And same thing, he's a little bit put off by me doing this to him, but you won't see any growling, any of that. He's just showing a normal dog reaction, and this is kind of where we're going to with the other dog, with Bain. Bain's starting to show the same kind of thing. He's not trying to bite me, he's not mad. He just knows that Dad's putting him in a position he doesn't really like too much. Good boy, good. All right, so relationship dynamic is really a lot of different small little things in how you treat the dog and what you expect of them, and understanding the nature of the beast that you're working with. Oh yeah, good. Oh yeah, good. Good boy. Good boy, bud. Oh yeah, good, good. There you go. Oh yeah, good. Good boy. That's my boy. Good. Good boy. Good. Yep. Oh yeah, good. Quiet now. Good. Quiet. Good. I don't get Buddy out as much as I should. You hop. Couché. Assis. Debout. Couché. Nabu. Assis. Good. Place. Good. Nope. 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 Good, good. There you go. You bite my arm, I'm going to beat you up. Good. Easy. He is a shark for the food. That's just the nature of the beast. Buddy, place. Good. That's my boy. Good. Good. Nope. Easy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So temperament-wise, he's got an excellent temperament. There has been no problem with him at all as far as aggression or any of that, because I did the right things at the right time, and I built our relationship dynamic based on me being the alpha wolf and being a proper relationship. That doesn't mean I needed to come down on the dog heavy or whatever. We had my time that I put him through it and made him realize he had the mind, and it's the way I treat him, our relationship. That's what a relationship's all about, right? Opie. And that can have times where if the people don't know what they're doing, they have an improper relationship dynamic, right? And that's the biggest thing that I'm going to be working with Duque's owner, because she needs to understand this so that she grows Duque into being a dog that has none of this stuff manifested because of ignorance and not understanding. She needs to learn and grow with her animal. That's what a good dog trainer is going to do. We're going to be there to help our clients, making sure that they do grow with their animal in the right way, so that dog becomes a very good, solid member of her pack and her family and everything that goes with it, right? Very important. I've got a lot of dogs out there. Dutch was an excellent dog. He's that police dog in the Bay Area, and that dog was just an excellent dog. I never expected this Dutch Shepherd, he'd be the same way. I never expect him to do anything in that regards because of the relationship dynamic that I built with the dog, OPA. And that's just to have an experience when you're dealing with these real strong deep breeds like this. Buddha, that Dogo Argentina that I worked, I sensed it right away how stout he was and the type of dog he was, and I right away put some heavier corrections on him, made him work, and I did it when he was a little younger, right? 10, 12 months old, whatever it was, 8 months old, and I made sure that I had that relationship dynamic in our relationship that was very valuable to him as a dog. If you let that get out of control, a dog like a Dogo Argentina, and he manifests this, it's really sad, because it's not the dog's fault. It's humans. We have control of this animal. We need to understand what we're getting into when we're dealing with it, right? The dog bites, the situations you see are 99% preventable. And the 1% that is causing the problem, the 99% of the problem, is ignorance, is lack of understanding and instinct to be able to interact with an animal. And then you get a dog that, oh God, he's beautiful, this, that, and you think you know what you're doing, you're getting into it. Go see a professional. Do it by virtue of you learning and growing with that animal and finding somebody that has a lot more experience, couché, in the animal. Yep, so that you don't get into these positions, right? Couché. Good, pas bouger. Very important. All right, and remember, what do I always say? It's not just behavior. It's not just heel, sit, down, stay. It's a relationship dynamic. It's everything that comes with it. Behaviors are the easiest thing to do. That's just like training a trick seal, okay? I can train an animal to do all kinds of behaviors, but do I really have a good relationship dynamic? A dog is a dog. He's not a human. He's not a robot. He is a dog. And he's susceptible to failure in that regards if we don't manage him properly, okay? There was another situation that I heard about recently that kind of points out that same thing. In regards to that, I can't think of it right now, but there was another great example of that in regards to relationship dynamic and dealing with some of these breeds and what you're dealing with, you know. Well, oh, predatory drift. There was a post on Facebook in regards to predatory drift. And what predatory drift is, basically, large dog, small dog. You got a little min pin or something like that, a large dog, and you think they get along. And they're all, every day you're going out with them, and the two dogs seem to love each other, and they seem to get along. One day you come home and the small dog's dead, and the larger dog's killed them. Why? Dog is a dog. His genetic predisposition, that somebody came by, the mailman, whatever, the excitement went way up, and the predatory drift, there was the dog, and boom, the bigger dog nailed him, and it's because he's in drive, he's excited, he's way up here in what's going on, and they call that predatory drift. Never leave your dog with your child. Never leave a dog. You know, a lot of times you'll hear with problems where cats are laying on the child's face and the child gets suffocated. Animals are animals. They're not a robot, and you always have to understand that. That you have to understand that your dog is not a human. He's not your child. When you do that, when you humanize your animal and you treat him like a child and you come at him with that emotional baseboard, you're going to be doing the wrong things. And a lot of times it's coming from people that have their life and their mental attitude and how they deal with the world around them. They're weak people, and they're the problem. It's always the human. The human's the problem. It's not the dog. In my hands, the dog is something that I can always deal with. If I raise the animal, I can mold and shape the animal what I want to produce, right? It's always the human factor, that I call it, that is a factor that we need to be very aware of. And as dog trainers, that's probably the most important thing you learn as a dog trainer. Realize that it's not just the dog, it's the human that comes with the dog. And when I get together with a customer, I read both. I understand, I start to feel what that customer is creating in that dog, and my job is to educate them and point them away from that so that they don't create the problem. And they learn and they grow and they become a healthy companionship in regards to their relationship with their dog that doesn't manifest into big problems, right? All right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, signing off with Buddy. Couche. Good boy. Good. Good boy, Bud. Buddy. Aussie. Nabu. Couche. Yep. Have a good day, guys.